This is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and you are listening to Potsy and Tino on the Potsy and Tino Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Pots and Pans Network proudly brings to you its tag team champions of the world, the Road Dogg, Tino Gray, the badass Rob Potsy Potchak. That's right, the Potsy and Tino Show. What is going on, everybody? It has been a while. Our theme song is always brought to you by Adam's House Cats, called The Wrestling Song. It's available on iTunes for 99 cents. And thank you to the TNT champion, Cody Rhodes, for that nice intro. We're probably gonna be fitzing around with the camera a little bit in the new studio. But welcome, everybody. We are back live.
Finally. After what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And as you can see, I'm clean shaven. So Tino,
Just clean shaven too, except for the mustache. I can't. Because you look like a pedophile. If I
that was not cool. That was not cool at all. What's up with you?
Not much going on, man. Not much. Started a new job.
No, you are not drinking that yet. You started a new job. I want to hear all about it.
I love my new job.
Man, look how big your head is in that picture.
Which one?
The Mr. Potato Head you got going on.
Look at your Gerber baby you got going on.
I actually do look like it. You know, someone sent a picture to me. I know we're asking about what's going on with you, but someone sent a picture when I posted this puss up there, and you know what they told me? They told me I look like the baby from Dinosaurs.
Not the mama. Oh. You do.
Yep, especially when I go like this.
Not the mama.
Not the mama.
So yeah, I got a new job.
Not the mama.
You can wake your neighbors up.
Yeah, but they're over there.
Is nobody here?
No, that's outside.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah, it's over there.
All right, cool. So you wake them up over there.
Yeah, over there. You were saying you got a new job.
You were rude. Yeah, a new job. You
slapped me.
Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. I don't have to work weekends anymore. Don't work the holidays anymore. It is awesome. Got a pay raise. Awesome.
A pay raise.
A pay raise. I don't know what to do with myself.
You know, Tino was talking about this new job stuff for a couple weeks, and I felt jealous.
And then what'd you do?
I went out and got a new job.
Da-da.
Like, literally.
New job, new house, new car, new woman?
No. Dang it. No. New haircut.
Not the mom.
Well, congratulations, Chris Barrett. Chris
right.
Barrett, folks, got a pay raise as well. We're up to 7 eyes on the show now.
I know. I still think I'm one of them.
You are.
Yeah,
so
we
got 6.
We got 6.
So got a new job. Go ahead. What else? You played somewhere recently, didn't you? Hickory?
No, I didn't go to Hickory. No, I did I DJ'd a wedding last Sunday, and I did play a new place last Saturday, a new place in Clayton. And I lost my train of thought.
Sorry, I was fixing the camera.
But yes.
Now I gotta turn it down. Too far. No, I think we're good. Yeah, there we go.
So just sitting back, waiting, chilling to see when my next gig's gonna be. Probably not too many. It's probably few and far between until North Carolina can get off this. You can't serve past 11 crap.
You know, there's a rumor that if Cooper gets reelected, he's going to shut the state down again.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather be safe than sorry, though, man.
Yeah, well, you know, considering you know a couple people that met Steve Carino in all of this.
And are still suffering the side effects and the byproducts of it.
They're suffering the succotash?
Yes. And so praying that they kick out of that.
Well, yeah. Hopefully they will kick out of that. Folks, if the internet connection is not great, I apologize in advance. Spectrum has not exactly been great so far in my neck of the woods, but I am in the new house now.
Should we tell the adventures?
Oh my Jesus!
The adventures of moving
yes,
Rob.
Yes, we probably should.
I
right?
pulled a 12-hour day that day. Can we pop this now so I can tell this story?
Okay.
I need that.
So all right, before we really get into the whole meat and potatoes of.
Sorry. I keep.
Yeah, me too. That's why I grow a beard, man. Because
I might have to.
Like what?
And I've lost weight.
You know what I need to do? We need to take the
lose
camera, move the camera up there so you can't see that.
Yeah. Why didn't you do that?
Right, well, hold on.
Because that's gonna bother me the whole damn show.
How's that? Now,
I can't see it.
Hold on.
I have to look up like this. The whole show.
Hey, what do you think? That's a little better, right?
Yeah, a little better.
Yeah, it's a little better.
A little better.
Now the top of your head isn't in the picture for some reason. But
Hi, Nona.
is Nona watching?
Nona is watching.
Nona knows us because we all used to sing karaoke together.
Karaoke.
Yeah, back in the day, which would have been a Thursday.
At
Arnie's.
At Arnie's, yeah.
Yeah, way back in the day.
Then she moved to Denver the weekends too. I thought it was too.
Yeah, she also did
Weekends,
Saturdays.
yeah.
Yes, but you were normally playing on the weekends, so to get your practice in, you would come out on the Thursdays.
Actually, I was hustling on Thursdays because we would.
Oh yeah, because they do the contest. Yeah.
do the karaoke contest, and so I'd be like, I need $50. I'm gonna go do this contest.
Yeah, I remember.
You
those
remember
days.
that?
Oh yeah. And then after you'd win, then all of a sudden someone else would have to win because you couldn't win 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, so I had to wait and lay low. And I'd come back like 3 or 4 weeks later and win again. It was a whole cycle.
So all right. So tonight, by the way, we don't have a sponsor for the show tonight, but I do want to go ahead and point out that I am drinking Yingling Hershey Porter, which if you have not had this, the best way to describe it is it smells exactly like a Hershey Kiss and tastes like if you've ever had Rita's chocolate water ice. It tastes just like that.
So I'm reading over here because I'm on the Facebook. Nona says she thinks she has your first signed comic book, and then she laughed at me because she remembers me hustling karaoke.
Those are those were the
what
days.
was your first signed comic book? Would that have been a
Maybe Immortal?
Immortal?
Yeah, because I think I went over to Braley's at that point. Maybe it was still Arnie's, and actually brought copies and just signed them for people.
All right, so that's how she would have your first one. Cool.
So Tino is actually going to taste this beer tonight.
I don't think I'm gonna like it. If I don't like it, you gonna drink it?
He doesn't think he's gonna like it, but I'm gonna tell him right now. I think he's gonna like it more than he's liked any porter before.
And I don't like porter.
So what does it smell like?
It smells like death and.
It doesn't. You are so full of crap.
It smells like chocolate.
Like straight chocolate, right?
I don't like Yingling. It tastes like coffee.
It does not taste like coffee.
It tastes like coffee.
It tastes like chocolate water. He is so full of crap, folks. This is one of the best porters I've ever had because it doesn't taste like a porter.
It tastes like coffee.
Am I drinking yours? Is that what you're
Probably
telling me?
do.
Jesus. All right.
Like you wouldn't either anyway.
I would drink it anyway. Tino and I are family. We can do that. So all right. So Tino wants to tell the story about Rob moving into the new house. So yeah. You keep it quiet there. So we decided I talked to about 5 different people and got them all committed to helping move me into the new house.
How'd that work out?
Well, one guy got bit in the foot by his brother's dog.
That was terrible.
I saw the bite too. I think he actually still had the tooth in his foot.
Oh my god.
It didn't really have the tooth in his foot, but it's like a week and a half later, it had a hole still in his foot, in the bottom of his foot. So he had to drop out. Then we had our friend David, who had his stepkid with him. and the stepkid would not stop asking questions, and he was like 18 years old, folks. So I hope he's not watching. But
Might be.
but he's 18 years
Mom might
old,
be
and he
watching.
kept asking questions like.
Mom might be watching.
So what's your favorite video game? So what is your favorite this? So it sounded like my now 15-year-old nephew when he was 6.
Well, because
Is that a good?
Yeah, because where you work, so he was fascinated.
Which I guess I
Like
can
your
now
day
say
job.
where I work, right?
Yeah, you're within your 2 weeks.
Yeah, I've got less than 2 weeks to go. So for those that somehow don't know, I've worked at GameStop for the last 14 plus years, and in that time, you know, I've always tried not to talk about things that went on at work, and I will not badmouth the company.
But now we can tell funny stories.
We may want to wait the 2
Okay,
weeks,
okay.
just in case for whatever reason I have to not leave work yet. You
Okay,
know, like,
got you.
But like, yeah, there's definitely been some things. So but anyway, we go to move me in, and I've got a storage unit that we've got to get everything out of.
We start at 11.
We start at 11 at my mom's house, and Tino shows up about 7 minutes late. Everybody else was there on time.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
So
I came.
it's true. It's true. Yeah.
I could have got bitten in the foot by a dog.
I saw the bite now, so I know it exists. So, but anyway, we go from my mom's house to the storage unit. To pick up the truck.
Yes, that was you hit the wall.
Shut up! We're not even there yet. We're not even there. That's why you pay the $15 for the other stuff. So you won't tell me all those GameStop horror stories. Chris Barrett, yes. At some point, I will tell you all the GameStop horror stories, but I actually had a pretty good work experience there, so I don't feel the same way that so many people do, and I'm going out the right way rather than
The wrong way.
The wrong way. So it's a little bit different for me. But so we get to the place to pick up the truck, and the doors are locked, even though the place says it's open.
Oh yeah.
So I can't get in, can't do any of that. Finally get them on the phone, and they're talking about, okay, we'll send somebody down to open up the door so you can get the truck. Finally get the truck.
She came around the corner of the golf cart.
Yeah, she came around.
Been there the whole time.
Like what she was doing was taking a dump.
Yeah, I think.
And she had to, like, the bathroom apparently for the storage unit is around the back or something. So she drives up, gives me the keys to the truck, and the truck is literally, yes. See, Chris Barrett even says you always get the insurance for incidental coverages. It was $15 for that, and they would tell you that it's $90 for a scratch on the truck.
Our favorite thing was you doing that. We watched you do your 50-point turn, trying to bet that thing out.
So the truck was straight. There's 2 more trucks on each side, and you literally had like 8 feet of clearance to get the truck out. And everybody's like, "Come on, Rob, just crank it." And I'm like,
because we could see it. You couldn't. If you'd have cranked it like we told you to, it would have been a 50-point turn.
Except it was already cranked. Like, the wheel was not going any further. So I'm sitting there with the wheel all the way cranked, and everybody's like, "Crank it more!" And I'm like, "I can't." So finally, I hit the wall once. Only once.
You hit the shit out of the wall.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, the woman
It's a brick wall.
The woman inside, she definitely felt it. It was like boom, the whole building shook. But anyway, we get to the storage unit. I forget that I don't have my hand truck because I left it in my car.
And you thought your car was unlocked.
And I thought my car was unlocked, so I give Tino the keys. Tino goes back to the car. We can't go into the storage unit at this point because he's got the keys to the
I didn't realize that. So I pulled back in the little gate, right? So as I get up, he's like, "Keys." I'm like, "You don't trust me because I'm black? You can't have
I'm like,
your
"No, I
keys?"
can't open the damn door." So anyway, we it's so stupid. You get the insurance so you can do whatever you want to the rental. Yes, that's pretty much true. But the truck had 150,000 miles on it when I got it.
Oh my god!
Like I mean, and it had this whistle that like just sounded like the window wouldn't fully close.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, we got good weather that day.
Oh yeah.
Like
It
I mean,
was
it was like it was hot, but it wasn't
humid,
and it wasn't raining.
Yes.
You know, so it wasn't the worst day in the world to move. But anyway, we get everything out of the storage unit.
That took. Oh God.
It took longer than it needed to because everybody's sitting there going, well, where are we putting everything? Well, how are we doing this?
And you got 57 million boxes of comics that weigh damn 75 pounds apiece. Bastard.
They do not. Those boxes of comics weigh about 30 pounds a piece because they're only short boxes. They're not the long boxes anymore. I used to have the long boxes.
How many of those bitches did you have?
I don't know. They're in the other room.
Yeah.
It's like 36 boxes. I mean, you know, it's not many.
Anyway.
It's not many.
Anyway.
And we carried them out at 4 at a time.
Anyway.
So then we have to go back to my mom's house to pick up a futon. So we pick up the futon, and nobody, including myself, wanted to back the truck up the mile to my mom's house. So we left the truck on the street and carried this 600-pound futon.
Hell, like, nope.
We're not even gonna get to wrestling tonight. You know that?
Probably not.
Like, and it's sad too because I want to talk about Roman Reigns at some point, but
we'll do this and then we'll talk about Roman if we have time to.
Yeah. Oh, we'll. Tino's got to be up early, but so anyway, we then make the decision. This is gonna take at least two dumps because the stuff that was in my storage unit, besides like the comics and very little other stuff, was all going to the dump.
Yes.
And everything else that I was getting, I was taking from the current place that I lived. So I'm sitting there trying to move everything. Like we're all there, we're all moving everything, and we finally get to the dump, and like they weigh the truck, and they're like, okay, the truck's got 11,000 pounds. I'm like, I'm not dumping everything.
No.
And they're like, okay, well then just come back afterwards, weigh it again, and you know we ended up dumping like 2,000 pounds of stuff. Like,
oh, that was the fun part. I love that.
Oh yeah,
we were just throwing stuff off the back of the truck.
Throwing stuff off the back of the truck,
breaking.
it's shattering like Steve Austin's theme music.
Yeah,
you know, it's like. Psh, da, 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 da,
and then that couch, I think, went in cockeyed. We were like, I'm not fixing it.
We were just like, leave it. Who cares? We pay for that. Then we go down to my sister's house where all the other stuff that we got to move is. And we, like I said, we make the decision, okay, we're going to have to take at least 2 trips. So
now, by this time, we've been at it.
Yeah, we'd already been at it like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Then, and at this point, Tino and I are already spent. Like I'm drinking so much water just to keep myself hydrated because we already said it was a hot day and everything. We get to the new house, we take everything, we put everything we can in, and then we got to come back and get the couch. We got to come back. We got to get the bed. We got to get. So we go and we get everything else that we're supposed to, and
we had to get Fubar stuff.
And our friend Fubar, who was watching us 2 weeks ago, he's supposed to be getting this hutch, this china cabinet, and something else.
It was the table, the big ass oak table,
an oak table. So we're picking up all of that stuff, and we're like, okay, his stuff all has to go way in the back because it's going to be the last stuff we drop off. Well, the china hutch itself is like a $4,000 china hutch, and the thing weighs
4,000 pounds.
We're not even kidding. The thing had to weigh like 300 pounds. Yeah. And so we throw all that in the truck. We get all my stuff in the truck. We get it to the house, and we can't get the couch in the front, and we could barely get the bed in the front door. And the way that they built this place, when they rebuilt it, they put up a fence in the backyard, and it's a privacy fence.
Plastic.
Yeah, it's a hard plastic fence, but it doesn't have a gate. Doesn't have a gate. So there's.
How are you gonna cut your grass?
I don't have grass.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have to cut grass.
Okay.
And if I do, I'll just get one of those little guys. But anyways, so there's no way to get the couch into the house. And the couch is one of those couches that actually has remote recliners and everything else. So
it weighs a ton.
It weighs a ton. Doesn't quite weigh as much as one that has a full built-in bed.
Thank God.
But 6 of us decided we were going to lift it over our heads, over the fence. So 3 of us on one side of the fence, 3 on the other side. So the 3 of us had to lift it over.
And I'm on the other side.
And Tino's on the other side with Fubar and Matthew.
I think so.
Maybe David. I
don't remember who it might have been.
and we go to push it over, and you hear, "Oh my God, my arms gave out."
It scared the shit out of me. So I'm on the end of this. No, I'm like kind of in the middle. Dave, I think it was. He was guiding it. And Boobar.
Chris Barrett just says lawn couch.
Yep.
It almost was.
And Boobar, all her, oh my God, my arms. And so he lets go because his arms got that. So I'm in the middle of this thing, and I feel it coming out, and it hits me in the chest. So I have to power lift this thing off my chest, and I'm like, hurry up! And you guys finally came around the corner because I was about to drop.
I mean, we had to run all the way around the house, through the house, get to the outside, and then help Tino with it.
Because I got it up to here off my chest because I couldn't breathe, and I'm like this, shaking.
He's like,
oh God! And Boobar's on the ground. I'm like, will you get up?
You look like Gold Dust when he had Tourette's. So,
Fix it now.
So
we get to the reason why we had to do that because his
back doors
are double
back
doors,
door.
so we can bring it in the house that way.
So we get the couch in, and then we have problem number 2. Big problem number 2.
Now, he has a queen size bed.
Now hold on.
Now the mattress we can fold up and get it upstairs.
But I had been offered a king size bed, which would have had 2 twin size,
which you should have taken.
Which I all of a sudden said, "There's no way I'm going to get that bed upstairs, so I'm going to take the queen size bed because it should fit upstairs."
Should have taken the king.
Tino needs a life alert.
Should have taken the king.
Should have taken the king size bed. Although, like, so you should have seen this. There was one guy stuck underneath the box spring trying to get it up the stairs, and he was just like this. And I'm like, I don't even know how you crawled into that space but there's now a hole.
I was gonna say, all of a sudden I heard, I'm like, that didn't sound good.
There's a hole in my ceiling.
I was in the kitchen and I heard, and I came out and looked. I'm like, ooh.
Well, that might have been Shane's knees buckling.
I don't know.
But so anyway, at this point, I'm frustrated.
Rob just walks outside.
I walk outside and I go hide in the truck.
So I'm like, I walk out the front door. I'm like, where is he? Because he's in the truck. The lights are off in the truck. And I'm like, my eyes adjusted. I'm like, that motherfucker's sitting on the couch in the truck. so I went up in the truck and sat next to him. I'm like, it's gonna be all right, man. It's gonna be all right.
I was so mad. Yeah, you know what? Because we actually put the bed in the house before the couch. And then the couch ended up being the real problem because, like I said, so my mattress went upstairs. Then we found out that like the bed frame itself was broken.
Mm-hmm.
So we got an issue with that. We got an issue with this. We got an issue with that. And we still, at this point, we finally have everything in the house, and I'm already thinking, I'm not even gonna sleep in my own bed.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to sleep on the futon.
Yep.
You know, at least there was somewhere for me to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole house is wrecked with boxes and everything else. The only thing that got put in its own place that night was all the comic books.
Yeah, and the kitchen table.
Yeah.
Kitchen table got set.
Yeah, so I mean,
and the furniture. I mean, the couch.
The couch.
Kinda,
no, the couch wasn't where it is now. Yeah. So anyway, we finally get everything into our house, or into my house, and we go over to my sister's place to have pizza.
Which I don't.
I thank you for buying the pizza. That's, I got in a lot of trouble for not already having paid for the pizza or the beer.
Here's where I want to punch you in the forehead. Okay.
Because I invited you to help with the other thing.
Yes. So we're sitting there, and I am done.
I didn't want to do it myself.
At this time, it was, so we started at 11. This was about like 10:30 at night. Yeah. I am done. I've almost broken my back and my shoulder blades with that damn couch. And so I'm sitting there, and he's like, has Fubar asked you to? I'm like, no. And I'm like, and if you don't ask me, I'm not. So Rob goes, so, Fubar, what's the plan? You need Tino to help? And I'm looking at him like, I will punch you in the...
I actually said, do you need any of these guys to help? Because there were still the young guys there at that point.
Right. You set me up.
I wasn't doing it myself.
You set me up.
But in our defense, we didn't lift that shit.
We damn sure didn't.
We didn't lift
I
that
purposely didn't.
shit. So he purposely didn't, and I went to, and my entire body started cramping up.
I wasn't funny that you were in pain, but all of a sudden Rob's in the back of the truck. He's like punching the wall and kicking. Like, what are you doing?
And I'm half punching, and it's because I can't. My arm is like stuck.
I thought you were
like,
having a Tourette's fit. I don't know what you were doing.
I was sitting there. I was like both hamstrings cramped up. The like this muscle right here cramped up. I couldn't move my arm from this position, so I was sitting there just punching the wall, trying to loosen it up, and I couldn't get like. I swear to God, like my entire body just shut down in a cramp, and I literally was thinking, I'm gonna have a heart attack here, because the way my body was cramping up, I was really starting to freak out by it. And then at the end, when they went to get that China hutch, and they were lifting that top part, I can't even. My arms are stuck in this position, and I went and just put my arms underneath because they both looked like they were going to drop it towards the end, and I'm just like holding it like that because I can't do anything. Then, remember how I had to go to Shane's car to grab something? Forgot to give him back his keys, so I drove off to go drop the truck off, and I get a call. Hey man, you still got my keys? Okay, well, can you wait until I actually drop the truck off since I'm already 3/4 of the way to where the truck is? No, I need you to bring my keys back because my car's in someone else's driveway and they're supposedly on vacation, so I don't want the cops to come by. Well, fuck. All right, turn the truck around, go back, drop the keys off, and I'm like, and he's sitting there, he doesn't even get right in the car because he's got a beer. So
by that time, I think I was home.
You probably were home at that point because I finally dropped the truck off. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. I still had to clean the bedroom that I was staying in before I could call it a night. So I'm over there cleaning that all up, brought a pair of clothes, and took a shower over at my sister's house because I didn't have a shower curtain or anything.
Wait, you got to sleep. Because I got home.
Yeah, you had to go right to work.
I pretty much had to go right to work.
Well, the next day, my mom showed up at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. And you remember how the doorbell when I first got here.
I hit it just to see, but it's like. Doom, doom, doom,
I mean, yeah, you hear that? No, it was bong, 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 like the loudest son of a bitch you'd ever hear.
And I was that close to hitting it again, but you were already pissed off.
I was so mad.
I was gonna hit it again, just still like, no, I'm not messing with it.
I was so mad. So my mom shows up the next day, and she's like, "All right, what are we doing first?" And I'm like, "Sleep," you know. And she's like, "No. So she brought over a couple of tools and stuff, and she was like trying to hand. My mom's 71 years old, trying to hand screw in blinds.
Your mom's cool.
My mom is cool as shit, and all of a sudden, like at this point, I've already ordered a breakdown box mattress so that way, by Friday I'll have a new bed, everything else, the same mattress, but I'll have a bed. So, but she's like, she looks at the box spring and she goes, why don't we just break some holes in it? We can just walk it down to the trash thing. So interestingly enough, the neighborhood that I live in now, they're redoing they're renovating a couple of the units. So someone else had already thrown like an entire bed set and everything else down there. So I was like, well, shit, yeah. Because, if they've called to get it like removed, I'll just have all my shit that I need to throw away down there and I won't have anything to worry about. And lo and behold, next day, it's gone. So I'm like,
good plan.
Yeah,
good plan.
Worked out. So, but here I have a 71-year-old woman walking with me with a box spring, and she takes it about 10 steps and she goes, all right, break time. And I'm like, Mom, just give it to me.
Yeah.
But no, my mom, like, she did that, and then she's like, all right, got to go through the boxes. So every box, she, like, except for the boxes in my office, which still aren't done, she sat there and she's like, all right, let's take this one, let's get it, everything in the kitchen. We're sitting there doing the dishwashing, we're doing all that stuff. She's like, we got blinds up. She's like, I think we accomplished something. Then she's like, all right, let's move the couch. And I'm like, Mom, you're 71 years old. Like I'll move the couch. And she's like, no, let's just move the couch. Oh, okay. And Mom grabs one side of the couch. I obviously like did the lifting. She just pushed, but you know, like.
Where's it plugged in? I didn't even see where it was plugged in.
I set up a strip underneath the end table. Yeah, see, so that was the whole point. So with the power, I'm not even reading the chat. So you always supply pizza if you're having people. Yes, I know, Chris Barrett. I understand. It's just by the time we finally got to eat, I didn't even know any place was open.
Yeah, it was 10:30 at night. Like I said. So.
We got anybody in the chat over there?
I know it's still there. She's still talking comic. She didn't say anything else.
Oh, okay.
I'll wave at her again now.
So yeah, so now the place is set up, and literally like a week after moving in, I get a phone call about a new job.
Awesome.
So yeah, so the conversation with my current boss kind of went like this.
Oh yeah.
I was like, hey boss, you got a minute? And he goes, yeah, what's up? And I was like, remember how you told me I need to embrace change this year? I got a big one for you. And he's like, oh really? What's going on? And I was like, well, I'm not pregnant.
You might be a baby daddy.
But I mean, you tend to think that the
No, you didn't.
No, the you tend to think that the way that your son handled the candy situation, that he's definitely my kid.
Yeah, he's a greedy bastard. He's a greedy bastard.
So anyway, I'm like, well, I got offered another job. It's 9 to 5 Monday through 9 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Weekends off, voluntary overtime. It's hourly, but it pays better than I make right now. So I accepted the job, and he's like, well, it sounds like it's a good thing for you, you know. So good luck, and you know, there's always a home for you if you want it. So who knows? Maybe you know. Maybe I'll really love my new job.
I was waiting.
No, anyways, but no, he was super cool about it, and I actually gave more than a 2 weeks notice because, obviously, with GameStop having the
PS5,
the PlayStation 5 launch, the Xbox Series X launch, and Call of Duty launch all happening in the same week, I said that I will not leave you high and dry. I will be here for those.
Who will Nicole go to now when she needs a box? Who will I go to now when I need a box?
You guys can still talk to me about it. Like, in fact, I'm going to say right now that the Potsy and Tino show probably will not be the only show on my YouTube page because of that. It will probably be this, and I was thinking about something called, like, Potservations.
Potservations.
Yes, it's not a... No, but see, I can't really do that because then people think I'm smoking marijuana. And we know I don't do that, so... Why are you looking at me like that? You know I don't do that. Like, I just did a drug test, folks. Anyways, so, but I was thinking, yeah, I would do something that, and there's already a podcast out there called Robservations, so I can't do that. But
Right.
But I was thinking that I'd come up with a video game or pop culture style TV, YouTube show, because it's been such a part of my life for the last 15 years that, like, why would I stop talking about that stuff now?
Yeah.
You know, like, I like talking about it. I just don't like having to move the store around, and I don't like some of the people. So,
no.
Chris Barrett, I definitely want both systems, but there's been no talk of me getting systems currently. So
the turd has joined.
Tell the turd to like to subscribe to the YouTube channel. What's up, Ward? Trash.
He can hear you. You know
Yeah, I
that,
know.
right?
I know. What's up, Trash?
Really?
That's what we call each other. That's a term of endearment.
Oh, I was about to say that's rude.
No, his name is the Turd.
Yeah.
So other than that, I guess the other thing going on with me, by the way, I'm wearing a shirt that you can get on my TeePublic. It is the Wall of Jericho's shirt. If you haven't seen it, it's the history of Chris Jericho
That one
in...
looks like Sherlock Holmes.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
No, that's the Festival of Friendship.
I know, but it looks like Sherlock Holmes.
No, it's you got the Man of 1,004 Holds. You've got Y2J. You've got the Best in the World.
Right.
You've got Festival of Friendship.
Right.
You've got
Bubbly.
no. The New Japan.
Okay.
can't remember what he called himself. And then you've got the
Champion.
Le Champion.
Oh,
with
the
bubbly.
bubbly's over here.
Yeah,
That's
he's
what
got
I thought. Okay.
And he's got the bubbly on. So yeah, this shirt is available on TeePublic, tpublic.com/users/Rob Pochak, I believe. R Pochak. Rob Pochak. I don't know. Just look up Wall of Jerichos and it comes up.
Well, Ward said, "Hey guys, we gotta get Ward on the show."
I keep trying to do it.
What's up with that, Ward? Because I'm here now. You can't, you know, it's always a spot for you on the show. I'm looking at it like he's gonna.
I know. Like
when I watch it, like he's gonna.
Like he's actually gonna say something in the chat. For those that don't know, Ward was my original podcast partner. He somehow talked me into it, and since then. He got off of there, and I talked this guy into it.
Because for years, I'm like, let me be on the show. Let me be on. And I would say like every one, you got like a round table, and I have a guest appearance, and I'd be so happy. And then you were like, hey, Ward, Ward don't want to do it.
Ward doesn't want to do it anymore. Ward doesn't even watch wrestling.
Oh, so now I get a call now.
Well, and not only were you
Second
not only were you on the round tables and stuff, but anytime Ward said he didn't want to do it, I would call you up and say, hey, you want to do a show? And Tino would be like, yeah, I want to be on. Yeah, let's do it.
And this is back when we were just doing the audio. This is before all this.
Yeah, this is before the graphics.
Yeah, the graphics. I'm digging the graphics.
The graphics.
I'm digging the graphics.
Oh, I love the graphics. I think they're great. Last thing that I'll say about what's going on with me is, as of this week, you can go into your local comic book shop and order the latest Junior High Horrors book. It's called Junior High Horror Strangest Thingies.
Comes out?
No, it comes out in January. You can order it now.
I gotta get that from Matt.
So
like I said, he's a big Stranger Things fan, so he's gonna love that. Rob is a demanding ass partner.
He can attest. Now, what Ward is referring to, saying that I'm a demanding ass partner, is when you commit to a show, you commit to a show. You're gonna be there weekly, or if you're not, like we've got to have alternative plans. Like recently, we've been able to tell everybody we're not gonna have a show this week, but Tino and I have been very committed to the show, and the only thing we may consider doing now is moving the time up.
Yes, because we both have to work.
Because
podcast and sexual.
See, what is it with our viewers, man?
That was Ward. I don't even want sexual. What kind of show are y'all doing? I didn't want any parts of that show.
No, I don't remember that show, so he must have gotten me drunk or Quaaludes or something.
Demanding as partner, I can attest, podcast and sexual. So apparently, you were bugging Ward for favors. I don't know what he's trying to say.
It's one of these. Bloop.
Bloop, bloop. It's like our truth.
So that's what's been going on with us. Tino, I told you we're going to start answering the tough questions.
All right.
On this show. And I'm going to have to come up with a new little graphic for it that says, like, the tough questions.
All right, so what's the tough question of the week?
So, the tough question of the week.
Ward said he's dead. No. He said I'm dead.
That's probably from the bloop. No, so the tough question of the week. And this is one that if Ward was still on the show, I would ask him this. Why the hell do farts smell worse when they're in the shower?
Oh, we gotta go to this again.
Well, no one heard us talk about it before.
Unfortunately, I'm still reminiscing about it.
Ooh, I wouldn't be reminiscing about
the conversation. Because you asked me this, I'm like eating. I'm like, I don't.
I didn't know you were eating. We were on the phone.
I know, but I was like, I'm not hungry anymore.
But seriously, like,
you tell them this is what this fool calls me. He's like, hey, I got a question for you. I'm like, what? Why do farts smell worse in the shower? I'm like, why are you in the shower smelling your farts?
Wait, hold on. How do you not smell your fart in the shower? Every fart in the shower stinks.
Here we go.
When are we getting more proper chain matches?
Oh, what?
But Chris Barrett's actually asking wrestling questions. We're not even there yet. No, so the heat activates the smelly smell. Ward, you're watching the show. What? Why do farts smell weird? You're the scientific
And I
one.
told him, because it's more enclosed. I think it's more enclosed.
I actually think it's got something to do with the water. I think the water, like.
So is that why shit smell when they hit the water? Just
maybe. I don't like. So what's funny is I'm asking the question, but I didn't actually look it up. I figured we would try to come up with an answer, and normally we would ask Sketchy Joe to give us the answer, but instead, Tino,
you're about to rant, aren't you?
Why in the hell is Sketchy Joe friend of the show, Sketchy Joe, but maybe not after tonight?
Sketchy La Joe.
Why is he's crapping on the best damn program that WWE has run in the last 15 years?
I don't know.
Like I cannot fathom it. So
tell them what you mean, because not everybody's on our wrestling page.
So you're right. So we've got a friend named Sketchy Joe. Normally, when we need someone to fill in the facts, and
he's our fact checker.
He normally is really good at that. But recently, he has started going on these rants, similar to what I'm doing right now. When it's not the enclosure. So Chris Parrott's trying to answer the question about the farts again. It's not the enclosure. It's not the water. It's the heat. Think garbage can in mid-August. I'd rather not. But anyway, so getting back to the rant, Sketchy Joe completely shit on the Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso angle, and does not like it, says it's putting him to sleep, when in actuality it is literally the best written thing that WWE has done in years.
It's the best thing Roman Reigns has done in years.
It's the best thing he's ever done.
You got rid of that suffering succotash.
Well, they're finally letting him say things that he should have been saying all along.
And I think, too, a lot of that, the promo, I think it is a lot of him saying what he wants to say. But like I said, I think Heyman has a little hand in the writing on that, too.
Oh, I totally. But, I was listening to Busted Open this morning, and Bully Ray was actually talking about how when you pay attention to the big dog and how he's acting with his cousin right now, He is staring down Jey Uso, and Jey Uso, on the beginning of Friday night, did not look Roman in the eyes. And the reason why is because when two dogs are sitting there, the big dog, alpha male, keeps those eyes pinpointed on his prey, and the other dog's just keeps his head down. And that's why when you have a dog that actually looks at a person and the dog sees them staring, and the dog can get feral from it. They can actually get angry from watching the other person. But normally, if the dog actually backs down to the person, the dog will sit there and just turn away.
I do that to my dogs all the time. I just stare them down, and then they'll stare now, and then finally do that number.
I bet anybody in your house tries to do the same thing, and one of those dogs is gonna. But
there's only one big dog in this house.
But so the whole storyline that they have got going with with Jey and Roman, not the Rey Mysterio angle, that thing I think is hot garbage, but they have got it working so well that the rest of the family, the Usos, are all sitting there just buying into it. They're writing on Twitter things like they had the whole family fucked up from it, and everything else, and they're just
I still get over the pay-per-view when they had the Wild Samoans come out.
When they had Afa and Sika come out, and they made sure that Roman was the chief. He was the tribal chief at that point.
They gave him the beads.
And Roman, the other thing that I love about Roman is that Jey on SmackDown at the beginning is sitting there going crazy almost, I hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you. Why would you do this to me? And Roman's just Oos, it's cause I love you.
I think that's
from the chiefs to the children, everybody in the family gets in line.
And I think he, in the show, I don't want to say he mentally snapped, but you went from the beginning of the show, like you said, he's got so much more, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And then by the end, you got him, I understand, and he's silent. I think something just snapped. He just...
I bet it was Rikishi.
I don't know what
I
it
bet
was.
Rikishi told him to fall in line.
I don't know what it was, man, but
So
I'm waiting to see what happens.
So last week we got AEW, which was pretty good.
That Halloween Havoc was better.
But NXT brought Jack Skellington. I mean Johnny Gargano. Johnny Skellington.
I don't know.
Versus Damian Priest, where they actually had the guy playing Damian Priest's
that was awesome.
entrance, and Damian Priest is just.
I thought he was gonna break his neck.
Yeah, so did I, man. Like you had Shotzi Blackheart as the host of Halloween Havoc, and she did a great job.
Yep.
Her hair was really crazy, which I wasn't really blown away by, but otherwise, I mean, she's pretty hot in those outfits.
You got the returning Pete Dunne.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But we had the spin the wheel challenge, make the deal. Yep, spin the wheel, make the deal. Chris Barrett.
EO's the chick came out. Who was that doing EO's theme music?
Whoever does it.
And I didn't think her theme music had words. It's just like a bass line the whole time. I didn't realize it had words to it.
Well, it's kind of like when Shinsuke came out the first time, and I was like,
I'm a you.
But we also had
Rhea Ripley match.
Mercedes Martinez.
That match, that was my match of the night.
So
that match.
What I loved about it was that Mercedes Martinez needs to teach classes on how to give a clothesline.
Because she cleaned her clock.
I mean, her clothesline is better than JBL's clothesline from hell.
Because once or twice, I know one time in particular, she hit her. I thought she had concussed Rhea because her eyes like they were glassed over. Oh yeah.
I was just reading Chris Barrett had said about Roman Reigns. Heyman probably went in and said, "Let my client do what he wants, or the two of us walk." And I don't think that's got anything to do with it, but I do think that the writing involved with that definitely is. And we're going to talk more about SmackDown here in a little bit, but yeah, the Rhea Ripley is bringing it, and you can tell that she at what 24 years old?
At that 23,
24 is a ring general. I mean, she
can only get better, man. And imagine. I just hope that when
she can only get better if she's got competition that's better.
See, I hope they don't do what they normally do with the NXT talent when they bring them up. It's just
bury them,
shit on them.
I mean, besides Charlotte and Sasha, you're right. Even Bayley was shit on until they finally went, you know what, we're gonna turn her heel and see if she can swim, and she swam. Damn that Karen. Best clothesline is still Stan Hansen. Yes. Lariato. But I mean, NXT brought it, and I even have to give credit where credit's due. Dexter Lumis versus Cameron Grimes.
Match, oh my god,
that was
my second match of the night.
Was phenomenal, and of course when Michael Hayes comes out to the bad streets, where looking like the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, wearing that orange suit, like how come when Johnny Gargano wanted Michael Hayes to show up, he wouldn't do it, but then all of a sudden for Halloween Havoc he'll show up wearing a giant pumpkin outfit. I didn't really understand that, but Dexter Lumis.
Oh my god.
There's something about that dude, man. I'm telling you, he's got those eyes that made Stone Cold Steve Austin famous.
And Grimes running down the road, help me, running back to the auditorium, help me. He's just running like this. Why are you running like that?
Because they're trying to make him look as silly as possible doing it.
Oh God, it did.
He is such a good chicken shit heel.
That match, I forgot about that match. That match was good.
He is such a good chicken shit heel. And then AEW was still a solid show.
Yeah.
But once again they shit on Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
So
are they trying to say that the match is going to be they're going to give the belt to my man Darby?
Which belt?
And because he's next in line to face Cody at the pay-per-view.
Oh, maybe. Michael Hayes looked like he did in 1986. No, more like he did in 1996 when he was the Hardy Boys. Although back then they actually put him in a skin tight outfit, and I'm so glad they don't do that anymore. Now he looks like when Seinfeld wore the puffy shirt. Wow. I don't want to be a pirate. Wow. But anyway,
that matches
I was a little surprised to see Johnny Gargano go over Damian Priest. And who was the guy that was playing Death there? Like, they never really went into it, did they?
I didn't know, but it came back at the end.
And he gave him the tombstone, and
I don't know. They never did say.
Yeah, it's one of those great mysteries. Like who lifted the contract away from Austin's hands?
Who shot JR?
Who shot Johnny Swinger?
No, Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo on Impact. What is up with that? Ward was even asking me. He's like, "Is this serious?" Also, by the way, our friend Greg Causey actually sent me a video this week. I didn't send it to you yet, but it was Chris Jericho explaining the story of Ralphus.
I saw that.
And
it is hilarious.
And when he's like, "When are we going to New York?" it's like, I have never once called in New York to you. How do you know? He's like, "It's kayfabe, man. Let's do it. Let's go to New York."
My favorite's at the very end where he tried to get a hold of Ralphus. Ralphus
that one on the show when he won't answer. But Hayes can still pull off it. Yes, Michael Hayes does pull off the puffy shirt.
He said, "I got big dog by Ralphus."
he got it. What did he call it? He called it big time.
Big time.
He got big timed by Ralphus, which was just hilarious. So Tino, do you have a moment? Was there a where the F did anyone come from moment? Not really, no. No, so Tino doesn't get one of these.
I don't get one.
He doesn't get one of those this week. So we go right into.
Kind of. Well, we're going to SmackDown. I'll do it at SmackDown.
Okay, so SmackDown started with the whole Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. Jey Uso in the ring, crying pretty much, and Roman just rubbing his arm.
I'm like, get off me,
man. And my favorite part of all these is when you see Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman is just staring at Roman Reigns like at some point Roman Reigns is just gonna turn and snap on Paul Heyman and just slap him, like why did you take your eyes off of me?
Yeah.
Because he's just enamored by him, like he and I wonder if it's mostly for show. But some of it is actually Paul Heyman going, he's finally doing it. He's finally.
But if you watch him during the pay-per-views too, when he's just laying the beat down Heyman's face too, like, oh my God. Part of that I think some of that.
I didn't even explain why I don't have the beard. I just realized I'm looking at the picture of me and I'm like, I never explained why I don't have a beard right now.
Because you bought the white van.
What? I didn't buy a white van.
The white.
What? No.
Panel van.
No.
Handing out candy.
No, none of that. No. My sister sponsored me for testicular cancer awareness to shave my beard and grow a new one. I notice when I do that, I actually look like my little brother. But you and I look like a scoop of chocolate and vanilla ice cream is what we look like.
Oh, wow.
Like yours has a couple chocolate chips in it. Mine's got like, where some of the chocolate is actually like melted into the vanilla.
Rocky Road. Baby. Let me tell you what this bitch was doing earlier today. He's got this big ass bag of candy.
Hold on, I think what you mean to say is.
What's up with you?
Yeah, when I bought 2 giant bags of Halloween candy.
So one of them has Butterfingers, Baby Ruth, and Crunch Bars. And he's like, I'm like, well, I like Crunch Bars. That's one of my favorites. So he's digging in the bag trying to find whatever one. And every time he pulls out a Crunch Bar, he tosses it at me. So I got like 20 crunch bars. I got them all stacked up.
But they were all thrown perfectly.
Yeah, I'm
Like they landed right on his belly.
I'm like, will
right
you
here.
stop it? Will you stop it?
Boop. And you know, the first couple he's like,
But after about 3, I'm like, okay, I can't do it.
so he just started letting them stack up on him, and then he takes them and puts them on the little side table, on the end table, and he's like I like Butterfingers too. So I threw him a couple Butterfingers. It's like, give me that damn banana.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so throughout Raw, I'm just sitting there like I'd go in the bag and I'd just be like, crunch bar.
But for a while there, he wasn't even looking. That's the thing, though. He'd just be pulling them out. He was like, damn it. And every time he pulled out a crunch bar, he'd toss it at me.
Not even looking at him, just toss. So yeah, that. Oh. So SmackDown opens with Roman and Jay, and we've been saying this, and like I said, Jay will not look Roman in the eye, and Roman sits there and says, everybody in the family's on board. They all recognize the chief, and that's me, and you can either join up or you can get out of the family. And Jay's like, you realize that what you did was you took the only person that I would actually give up that match for, which isn't true, by the way. His wife would have done it. He would have done it for his wife too. I do also have to say that I have one major problem with that Hell in a Cell match, by the way. I don't have a problem with the outcome. I don't have a problem with even how much offense Jay got in, because they really didn't use the toys or anything else. It was just a beatdown, right?
Yeah.
And I loved the after the match antics, even before Jay actually gave up, when all the officials are down there and Roman just grabs the door and he's like, well, we're not going anywhere for a while. He just closes the door, and I mean, like the amount of moxie and everything that dude has there, I'm just sitting there going, This is awesome. This is the Roman Reigns that we have all wanted, and he is not just doing, okay, you all want to see me as a heel. No, he's embracing that shit. But my problem with that was that you have Jimmy Uso come down to the ring to try to stop the whole thing, and say leave him alone, man. You gotta leave him alone. You can't do this. Blah, blah, blah. And then what happens? Roman puts him in a chokehold. What do they call it that he's doing?
Oh God, no, I forget.
But it's like a dragon choke.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's pretty much put him in a dragon choke, and I'm sitting here thinking, Jimmy Uso has a bad leg.
Should have put him. Yeah.
Should have taken the leg and just put it in like the ankle lock or whatever, or a knee bar.
The good leg, man.
But like I said, you do it to the good leg and tell everybody it's the bad leg. You know, Jimmy's a good enough salesman. He can sit there and sell that, and that would be what would have actually gotten Jay to sit there and go, man, you can't do that. That's his injured leg, man. You can't. Look, I quit. You know, and then you would have had that moment. But instead, he puts him in a chokehold, and you got one brother holding the other brother's arm, and it's like, bro, no, because what you basically just did was you made Jimmy look like a chump. And you made Jay look like a chump too, because Jay had been in that hold earlier. He didn't give up.
Yep.
But yet Jimmy, who's got a bad leg, can't get out of a chokehold. Come on.
Not with a bad leg.
Give me a break.
Yeah, that with a bad leg.
Give me a break. This is ridiculous. Like that's when you have Roman sit there. He puts him in the chokehold for a little while. Then he goes outside the ring. He grabs a chair, puts his leg in it, and gets ready to just start stomping on it. And that's when Jay goes, no, Roman, I quit. And that's how you end that match. You don't end the match with oh, we put him in a chokehold and blah, 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 it's my brother, and bullshit. These are grown-ass men.
You're starting to sound like.
But I'm not, because I still love the angle. I love the angle. I love the writing. I love the fact that Jay could not look Roman in the eyes.
Yeah.
The only thing that would have made it better is if they'd have brought Rikishi out and he slapped Jay in the chest and said, fall in line.
And didn't give him the stink face.
Well, if he didn't fall in line, he'd give him the stink face. You know, like, I mean, Rikishi probably didn't wash that shit in a while anyway, so it really would have been stinky. Especially if it was in the shower. so,
I'm not going back to that.
yeah, no. Then we also get more of the Bailey versus Sasha. Don't know what Sasha was wearing, but yeah. Yeah, made my little R-Truth stick up.
She's the boss. She's the boss.
Yeah, that was
So she's got to face Asuka at Survivor Series, right?
yeah, so it's just another match of what
Okay.
we've already seen 74 times,
Yeah.
except now it's babyface versus babyface version. And I bet Bailey gets involved.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, like
Well, she's a title match next week.
right, but
She's
is
not
she?
gonna win.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna win either. Although who knows at this point. And then we get to the end. Oh wait, we get Kevin Owens getting on Team SmackDown.
Yes.
By beating Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, we get Jey Uso getting on Team SmackDown.
Well, that's what I was getting to.
end.
That's the final match of the night. Jey Uso versus Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan puts Jey Uso over before the match by basically saying, "We've never seen Jey Uso like this. This is a Jey Uso that no matter who is on Team SmackDown is going to be a good thing for SmackDown." And then of course Jey Uso goes over Daniel Bryan clean in the center of the ring, looking at Roman Reigns, and then afterwards Roman's staring at him, and he basically says,
I understand.
"I understand now, Oos."
And that's where the F did that come from. Like, and that's what I'm saying earlier. It's like, so what the fuck happened? It's like a switch went off in his head. He went from I hate you in the beginning of the show to at the end of the show, I understand. And he proceeds to damn near murder Daniel Bryan with the whole time. And it was like he beat Daniel Bryan. He got up. He looked at Roman.
And Roman said,
Roman wouldn't even look at him. He's just looking at Daniel. So he's like, I understand. And that's when he just started beating the shit out of Daniel Bryan. And then he kept looking up, and Roman kept watching. So he went back to beating the shit out of him again. And then Roman just walked away smiling.
Yep. At the same time, I kind of felt like this was one of those moments where they didn't necessarily have to put him through the announcer's table.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would have been completely fine if we got someone else.
Yeah, we got a bunch now. They just now started showing up. Sorry, and we just now.
Oh,
Katie said, "Sure, it wasn't." I don't even know where they came in. Louis Valdez said, "Yo, what's up, fellas?"
oh, Louis.
Terrence said, "Y'all getting old. I hate you. I hate Jay. Is Roman's bitch now? Good story, but I hate it. That was a bitch move." Yeah.
Well, he's at least in with what we're talking about
Yeah.
right now. So,
Yeah. Sorry to see you guys come in.
yeah. Hi, Katie. Hi, Terrence. Hi, Louis. Louis is an excellent trumpeter, by the way.
Cool.
And one of the softball guys. So always welcome on the show here. Terrence, I completely agree that I don't like that Jay fell in line, especially since they were finally starting to prove that he was capable of being a main eventer, and a singles main event star, not even a tag team main event star, but at the same time, like, he was never going to really challenge Roman for the championship at this point. So I kept kind of wondering whether or not they had any intentions and what they really wanted to do with it, and because of that, like, I still wonder what they're gonna do with it in the long term, because now the rumor is that Daniel Bryan's gonna be the guy that goes after Roman Reigns.
Yep.
And he's already lost clean to the number 2. So why would we think that he's any challenge to the number 1?
He's not. And then I think too, we go back to to what we were talking about earlier, and I said I saw this somewhere. Roman Reigns in the vein of trying to keep Roman strong. At this SummerSlam, I keep saying SummerSlam. At Survivor Series.
All night he's been calling it. It's 38 degrees outside, and he's calling it SummerSlam.
At Survivor Series, when they do the Randy versus Roman, there's talk that Roman, they're going to do title for title, and Roman is going to get both titles. Now he'll lose it back to Orton at the next pay per view, but after that,
I don't think there's any point to do title for title. I think that what's going to happen is Roman will demand that it's a no disqualification match, and before you know it, you'll have maybe the Fiend come down and interfere. You'll have Jay come down and interfere. You'll have I think that you'll get the Miz cash in at Survivor Series because it's 10 years to the day that he cashed in on Randy Orton the first time.
right?
So although I don't necessarily know if he'll win, I liked tonight's tease for that. But overall, I don't know if there's any baby face out there that is strong enough, even at this moment. Like you can tell me Big E or anybody else, but there's nobody strong enough to take on Roman Reigns in the level that he is right now.
No.
Like you could bring back Goldberg, but that's just Goldberg putting over Roman at this point. I think I don't think you have Goldberg winning that match, and I don't see it being, like anything that's really going to push anything.
That's the problem. Right now, they don't, like you're saying, they don't have a strong enough baby face.
Well, and they have to build one. And
I don't know if it's going to be Jay. I'd love for it to be Jay.
No.
I just don't know if it's going to be Jay.
I think at this point
It could be. I'm thinking it might be Big E.
He's not big enough. I mean, he's big, but he's not big. He's not over enough.
He's over. He's hella over.
He's over, but he's not Austin versus The Rock over. And
they don't have anybody on.
They don't have anybody.
Brian.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like they think that he's over enough, and he's over enough to get the crowd involved with it. But do we think he's going to go over in the event? No. Like at this point, we don't think anybody is over enough to take down Roman Reigns in the state that he's in.
Like I said, even if you brought back The Rock, though, even if you, I'm looking off on this and trying to think. Even if you brought back The Rock, I mean, he's not going to be around long enough. You know what I mean? He might be around for a couple of pay-per-views.
See that well, you're right, but all you have to do is have him around from Rumble to Mania, and maybe SummerSlam, like to come back for one more at SummerSlam. Because what you do is you have the entire Samoan family take down The Rock at WrestleMania, and then you have him get over at SummerSlam, not Survivor Series, but actually SummerSlam.
Terrence, what about Kevin Owens?
Owens is over, but they have buried Kevin Owens.
What about Joe? We talked about it before.
I think if Joe, so this is one of those moments where you really want it to be in front of a real crowd, like you just feed Roman everybody until there's a live crowd again. And I'd be okay with him holding the belt for 720 days. I mean, Bruno Sammartino held it for 13 years, right?
Hogan held it forever and a day.
Well, Hogan held it forever and a day, but he would lose it for a month, and then he'd get it back, and he'd be champion again. But what I would be okay with is that first night that there's a crowd again, and like Roman sitting there saying, "I've beaten everybody. I'm the tribal chief. Nobody can stand up to me." And then you have bwomp, 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 Joe's music hit, and Joe comes out, and that crowd would go nuts. Especially if he comes out, he gets in Roman's face, basically sits there and says, "Hey, bro, I'm Samoan too, and you ain't my tribal chief." That type of line given by Joe, because Joe be like, and because of that, Joe's gonna kill you, right? And you just build that up because and then you start feeding the other Samoans at Joe. So you feed him Jimmy, you feed him Jay, and you have him basically go over, and you finally just have Roman standing at the top of the ramp like this, like Papa's got to go to work, and then and you have Heyman come out and deliver those speeches. Bruno is Bruno. Chris Barrett says he only lost it the first time because Stan Hansen broke his neck. you're not wrong. In fact, didn't they give it to Backlund after that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, my theory though there is that they really are just holding certain things off until they think crowds will be back,
Yeah.
and I think Vince
It's
is
gonna be a while.
planning Mania next year will be when he's got crowds. Like it might not be 100,000 people, it might be 2,000 people, but they will put it in a spot that can be loud. You know, which is funny because you know where could be loud?
PNC.
The PNC Arena. 2,000 people in that actually cheering at their loudest. That place gets 100 plus decibels.
And I would be there for WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
We would buy those tickets in a heartbeat.
Well, we've been to SummerSlam.
Yeah, we've been to a bunch of them.
We've been to SummerSlam. We've been to King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
We've been to
Over the Limit.
Over the Limit, where we're in the video game.
Yeah.
You know, that's right. We're in the video game.
Check it out.
It's an election year. Let's bring back Bob Backlund. Oh God, no, please, please. Unless we're bringing back Marina Menounos.
Menudo on ABC.
Oh.
Menudo on ABC.
I gotta think for Maria Menounos. So anyway, though, I really don't know who you put up against Roman. I love the idea of Kevin Owens against Roman, but no one has been able to sell his stunner.
No.
Like Dolph almost did this week,
Mm-hmm.
but it still looked a little weak. Like the kick to the stomach, he's still not there. He's still not Austin with that kick to the stomach.
No. There is nobody on SmackDown.
There isn't. In fact, the only person right now that I would buy there's two that I would buy as competition for Roman.
Aleister Black.
No.
Okay.
Fuck. What?
Dexter Lumis.
No. Drew McIntyre.
And The Fiend.
No, not even the Fiend.
No.
Edge. You think you know me. You think you know me. That music pops, and all of a sudden you're like, that 48-year-old man is going to get his ass kicked, but he may pull out the win.
But I'm not sure.
You got to do it with crowds.
That and you can't be. He's still fragile. And as Roman sometimes can still have
That's
a
spear
string.
versus spear, baby.
I know, but one bad spear, one
You bring
Roman,
back Christian for one more match.
one Roman screw up, and could put Edge in a wheelchair. I mean, you talk spear for spear, you can do Goldberg, but
Well, and that's why I do think that they could get the match out of Goldberg, but I still think I think that it would be kind of like how way back in the day when Scott Hall faced off against Goldberg in the early match and then Hogan faced off against him in the late match. You know, they had everybody interfere. I still think that just about anybody is going to be like the other Samoans, like getting involved somehow, causing the distraction, and then
they should bring that right back.
Wow, Chris Barrett just said Hacksaw and Road Dogg. By the way, I don't think Hacksaw has changed those blue shorts since the 80s.
We're going to talk about this again.
His shorts have no elastic in them at this point, man. It's like the same pair of underwear for 8 years, you know? Like, what's that say?
He said, in the right world.
Cesaro. You know what? You're absolutely right there, Terrence. In the right world, it would be Cesaro, but Vince doesn't see money in Cesaro.
I don't understand it.
I have said all along, the man speaks 5 languages. You want your world champion to be able to sit there and do interviews in other countries? That fucker can do it. And yet, Vince doesn't see money.
Finn Balor, he can come back as the demon.
That's still not. No, it's still not going to do it. Like I think your 2 money guys are you bring Joe back if Joe's actually healthy, because then they get to keep playing the Samoan angle. Could you imagine if all of a sudden Roman beats him and says that Joe has to be in the family?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that'd be awesome.
Walter.
They already buried Walter. You know, and Keith Lee has been garbage since he went to Raw.
I'm so pissed off about that.
Like, I mean, he's so garbage they changed his music.
We were at NXT. We forgot to talk about Stick Boy coming back.
Stick Boy.
The ex bruiserweight. Now he's a.
Oh yeah. You want to go back to that?
Might be the boozerweight. I don't know.
No, definitely not the boozerweight. He's like the loser of weight.
The loser of weight. Oh
like yeah. What is up with Pete Dunne, folks?
He leaned out. I mean, he looks good, but I didn't.
He is slim.
I did not recognize him. I'm like, dude, that is not.
He lost half a Pete Dunne.
Yes, he did.
I mean,
Probably more than half a
he
Pete
went
Dunne.
from like 210 to like 130 pounds. And now he just looks like the ugliest woman on NXT.
Wow, and he's joined McAfee's.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Pat McAfee.
What is that? What is it? So he's not going to wrestle, so he's going to be the mouthpiece for those three guys. That's probably why they brought Dunn in.
He may wrestle, you never know. But I'll tell you right now, they figured out a way to take their biggest heel group, the Undisputed Era, and turn them babyface, and no one even realized it.
Mm-hmm.
And the talk behind the scenes before was that Bobby Fish and Roderick Strong were going to stay heels, and it was going to be Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly as baby faces. And no, it looks like it's the entire Undisputed Era is turning babyface because they're going to have a faction to go against now. You know, I mean...
But how long is Pete McAfee going to be around, though?
Pat McAfee.
What did I say?
Pete.
I said Pat.
You...
How long is Pat McAfee going to be around?
As long as he wants to.
Does he have other stuff going on?
I mean, he's got a radio show, but he can do that from anywhere.
He needs to go away.
I'll tell you what.
I don't like him.
He has nuclear heat. Jeff Hardy might be able to go over Roman if it's a ladder TLC match. No, Chris Barrett. What would happen is Jeff Hardy would all of a sudden have that moment where he could win the match and instead decides to dive into a chair or table or ladder all by himself, and there isn't even anybody on it.
What about Lashley?
It's not a baby face.
I'm just trying to drop names. I'm like, I can't.
I mean, there's nobody. Like, even Braun, we're trying to figure out if he's a babyface or heel at this point. Like, him lying about his accolades. Like.
What about that big dude with AJ Styles?
He's a heel, too.
But what if?
I mean, he can't even find a suit that fits. That dude's like 9 feet tall.
Well, Keith Lee concussed himself tonight, so...
yes, Keith Lee did. In fact, because you want to get home at a decent hour, let's go ahead and talk some Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, we got about 18 minutes. It started out with Randy Orton in the ring talking smack. Alexa Bliss comes out.
Doesn't say anything.
Doesn't say anything. She
stands there smiling.
She's got her gloves. One said play and
pain.
Play and pain. And she's doing this. And Randy Orton's asking her, is he here? Where is he? Where is he? And she takes a hand down just the pain. And you're like, he could be here. And then they start doing, and Randy's looking all over the place.
It turns around.
Right into a Claymore kick.
And hold on. He turns around.
Where the fuck did Drew come from?
Like literally, like just out of nowhere with a Claymore kick. Randy Orton's on the ground, but his arm is up like this. Like it was like when you literally see like something with rigor mortis.
Yes.
You know, and such a great opening moment, you know, like you've got multiple storylines linking with each other for the first time on Monday Night Raw in quite a while,
yes.
which is great. You don't know who's going to get the match because Drew just and in that moment as well, after the Claymore kick, the Miz comes running down with the Money in the Bank.
Yes.
And he's like, get a referee out here, and the referee comes running down. And just as he's like, the Miz is cashing in the Money in the Bank, Drew McIntyre comes in and throws him and Morrison out of the ring. Just beats the hell out of him. And he looks at him, and I'll tell you what, I love this fuel in Drew. He now looks like he's got a purpose.
Yeah. And
he sits there and he goes, nobody takes that championship from Randy except for me. And you're like, sure thing, Drew. It's all you. You got this, you know, like just give him the Money in the Bank. Let him take that belt back right there, you know, like and
I did too. Terrence said he thought Tucker got sent back to SmackDown. They're like
Tucker did get sent back to SmackDown. Not really. He got new gear, and then he got buried.
Mm-hmm.
He got buried twice in the same match. He got buried by a 1 minute Ricochet match, And then he got buried by Retribution, who we all know they gave up on already.
Yeah.
Well, and Tino wanted to know what was up with Mustafa Ali's boobies.
Yeah, you saw that too, though, right?
He did. He had like this bra on.
I don't know
like
if
a
it
bro.
was.
Did he have a bro on?
I don't know if it
a
was.
man's ear.
I don't know what it was.
What's up with all the Seinfeld references tonight?
That's you. And then Alexa Bliss with those contacts.
No, Chris Barrett's right. You know who could beat Roman? Mojo Rawley in his Zubo suit. Tino's favorite wrestler in the whole world, Chris Barrett. And I think this is from before you actually watched the show.
I hate Mojo Rawley.
Mojo. I'm amazed he still has a job.
And shut up, looking like Public Enemy. I think he's talking about.
Oh, Tucker showed up looking like Public Enemy. Are we talking about Public Enemy, the ECW wrestlers? Or are we talking about the rappers?
I don't know.
But look more like the Public Enemy.
That's Mustafa's villain look.
I'll tell you
With
what.
boobies? I'm like talking to like.
Yeah. You know it takes them a couple seconds to actually reply to what we say. So we got that. We got the Hurt Business versus the New Day.
He said yes.
Which, by the way, Tino says that I sound racist when I say this, but why is the Hurt Business only ever wrestling black guys? It's one of those deep questions that needs to be answered, Tino.
Like farts and showers.
Like farts in showers. Why do they stink worse in the shower than? And you know, I think what it is you have clothes on versus no clothes on. So if it's already a bad fart, at least the clothes are gonna muffle some of the smell. Whereas in the shower,
Why have you thought about this?
Because I'm a writer, I think about this shit all the time.
You fart in the shower, so it's like you give yourself a round of applause too.
A round of applause.
Black on black crime. Shut up, Terrence. Don't encourage him.
I mean, I have to know, why is it that Bobby Lashley has had like one match against a white guy since coming back to the WWE, and he lost to Drew McIntyre in that match, and every other match he's been in has been with black guys?
I don't know. Ask Vince.
I'm beginning like not even a match against Aquaman.
That was a weird.
Yeah, talk about a
he
weird
did
promo.
tonight. Who was he talking to?
I think he was talking to the chick with the weird tooth.
I don't know. And then he had the rose. I was confused. Apollo,
R-Truth, Ricochet, Kofi. I mean, Cedric. Yeah, Terrence.
New Day.
Yeah.
Don't encourage him.
Like, literally, the Hurt Business only... They went up against Retribution, but we don't know what color they are because they're wearing masks.
You know what color they are.
Mia Yim. She's a Blasian.
You know
Blasian.
Damn Rio, whatever his fucking name is.
Dio Madden, see, another black guy.
He's black.
He's the one that took the pin.
But then you got the two white guys. They beat Titus and Mace.
They even beat Titus O'Neil.
Mace is a white dude.
Yeah, Mace, I believe, is Shane Thorne.
Yeah.
And then T-Bar is Dijakovic.
Yeah.
And Slapnuts is
I don't think his name is Slapnuts. Mace, aka Dio Madden. Okay.
Oh, Mace is Dio Madden. So Slapnuts is
his name is not Slapnuts. It's not Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett underneath that mask. JARRET.
He's with his baby tonight. Leave him alone.
The road dog?
Yeah. You didn't know? Your ass better call somebody.
Oh, can't even call Billy anymore.
Nope.
Billy, give me a banana.
Mr. A double cricket letter.
A double.
You used to say that all the time. I'm back with the A double cricket letter.
Oh God, it's horrible. It's horrible. You know, they put guys like Riddick Moss and who was the other one that kept being on Raw Underground? And
What's the big dude's name?
Dude, I don't even know if he has a name.
Abercrombie? I don't know.
Yeah, like
Abercrombie and Fitch?
Abercrombie and Fitch is a perfect name for that dude, but he can't.
He said even bullied the black behind the scenes workers. Terrence, shut up.
He did. Remember, he's like, "Hey, pops,"
Oh
and R-Truth tonight, like
he killed R-Truth.
he beat up Drew Gulak, but that wasn't technically a match. And then he took R-Truth's title away from him by throwing a dead Drew Gulak on top of him.
While he had a chubby.
So
you said that. I'm like, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
So Tino and I are watching Monday Night Raw.
Dabakato, that was it.
Dabakato, who could be black.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
So we're watching R-Truth sit there and basically say, "Bobby, just pin me." And Bobby's like, "Get up! I want to put you in the.
I want to put you in this. I want to do this." And he literally said that. I want to do this. He didn't even know the name of his own move.
He's
I
like,
want to do this.
I want to do this. and then he beats R-Truth, knocks him out, and Drew Gulak comes down to the ring. And he beats up Drew Gulak, and he does this. And Drew Gulak like passes out, and he throws Drew Gulak so close to R-Truth's crotch that R-Truth, I swear to God, he had a little chubby going on.
I don't know.
He had a little Jimmy going on.
I don't know if it's the way his shorts were, but it was like, yeah, we were like, and you can see him trying to move his head back like, no.
Yeah, Drew Gulak's supposed to be knocked out, and he's like, he had a little Jimmy going on.
Little Jimmy.
Oh man, I wonder if R-Truth's ever gonna get the face as childhood champion.
John Cena. When R-Truth was walking back, he's talking to himself, and then
I think it went the wrong way.
The Hurt Business was like, he said, I can go the other way. He just walked away. So hey, we signed your water bottle. Because he thought he was going to be fighting Bobby Boucher.
It's like, I brought my water bottle. My favorite water boy.
My favorite water boy.
Oh my goodness. So by the way, as bad as Raw has been recently, I thought it was all right tonight.
Yeah.
I didn't like.
We thought the same thing too.
What's that?
He said he was hoping Lashley was going to take the 24/7 belt. We said that.
Well, I even said that I was kind of hoping that after he gave it to Drew Gulak, he was just going to take R-Truth and put him back on top of him, so it was another 1, 2, 3, and R-Truth could have been a 57-time champion, like Hines.
I-95.
I-95, 48, 7.
7-11.
7-11.
24/7, 7-11.
Whatever it is, it just hurts my brain thinking that they care about that title at all. It still just looks like a it's so funny. I mean, it's not anymore. It's not anymore.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Like, it's so not funny that Akira Tozawa's not even part of it anymore with ninjas.
Oh, shut up.
You know, now it's Drew Gulak who changed his hair. No, but he came back.
Oh, that's
Remember?
right.
Yeah, he came back after that. It's almost as bad as the whole Lana thing at this point. Like,
dude.
Like, so Tino and I are watching that tag team match, and we're like, why the hell is Lana out here? Because we know she's just going through a table, right?
She actually got away that segment.
But she didn't get away. She just sat there, like.
But it didn't bother her.
And then you're right. They went up. They did their thing, and then of course, Sarah Schreiber, is that what her name is?
Yeah.
She's sitting there talking to R-Truth at one point, and I'm getting to the Lana thing, but she's talking to R-Truth, and she's like, well, I don't know if I can comment on that, but like she just had no idea what he's talking about. But then all of a sudden she interviews Nia Jax, and Nia Jax is sitting there like don't mention her name, and I'll teach Lana a lesson tonight too. And then of course get done the match, they leave, and then she goes, go get her, and they put her through a table again, 7 weeks in a row.
I mean, at some point, and this is what I was saying. Okay, yeah, you might be upset with because Miro, aka Rusev, is at AEW now, but it's not her fault, and it's not his fault. You released him. I can see if he would have quit, or if he would have jumped shit like they were doing back in the day with WCW. You released him, so you can't be pissed off at him going to another company. That pisses me off. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know why they do that. They do it a lot. Like they're petty. They're petty about it.
Halloween Havoc. To get that just so Cody couldn't get it, and Cody's dad is the one who came up with the concept.
Did he come up with Halloween Havoc?
A lot of those, the Great American Bash, all that. Dusty came up with it. So Vince goes and Terrence says punishment. Vince goes and he gets the copyright for all these pay-per-views before Cody can.
Well, but he had them because he owned them because he bought WCW. But he let some of those trademarks expire. Cody actually applied for them, and then the WWE puts an injunction in place or whatever, and they fail to get the rights to them or whatever, and Vince picks it back up. But I mean, like they did like the Bash at the Beach. They did that. AEW.
I thought.
No, they did Bash at the Beach as like as like before they had their TV show.
Okay.
It was one of their events that they did. So he was able to get one of them, but even that I think like now there's legalese going on with it. So I don't know. That type of stuff bugs me. But we get the whole retribution thing. Tucky getting beat down. Serves him right for turning on Otis. Never should have turned on Otis.
That's why I said I think Otis is the Shawn Michaels of that group.
He is, and it's more like he's the. The sad thing is, it's more like he's the Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and yet he's over more than Bret Hart. Tucky's definitely not the Bret Hart. There just isn't a Bret Hart in that group.
No.
Maybe there's a Jimmy Hart in that group. Maybe that's who Tucky is.
Tucky is Marty Jannetty.
Yes, he may even have killed somebody in a Mississippi video store or whatever it was.
Tucky!
And if Tucky hasn't, he's probably thinking about killing somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't even do it. I know I have my beard. I feel so naked. Anyways, the show ends with Drew versus Miz and Morrison. And I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to talk about, but Miz and Morrison versus Drew. Drew gets the win, and just as he's getting ready to listen to those bagpipes play, Randy comes out and gives him an RKO.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere. But the match that I actually laughed at pretty good was the Keith Lee versus Sheamus versus Braun Strowman match, because Keith Lee
concussed himself,
who has never had a problem jumping over the top rope before, but I don't know why you're doing it on a Monday Night Raw when you're that big.
Did his chest hit or did his feet get tangled up?
It was like his chest hit the top rope, and it caused his head to tuck and hit the back of the hardest part of the ring, and he just fell out of the ring, and it was like from that moment on,
he's like
Keith Lee looked like
he's an autopilot.
He looked like his fingers were tingly the whole time, it just wasn't good. Like there was that moment where he was supposed to power bomb the one guy as there's a and
the what was it, the electric chair thing?
And it just looked like he just took 2 steps and just fell.
He couldn't.
He just didn't have what you normally see Keith Lee have. And then after the match, Braun wins the match, and Keith Lee shakes his hand, and Sheamus gives him a hug, and then he broke kicks him
out of the ring.
And then Keith Lee knocks him out of the ring, and then AJ Styles knocks him out, kicks him in the back, and goes, "Why you make me do that? Why can't we get along?"
So dramatic. That's what was so funny.
Oh yeah, like AJ does not have that kind of charisma, and it's like he's trying to fake it, and it's like
when they were playing, whose music were they playing? I was like, please don't dance. Was it Keith Lee's music? And I'm like, stop.
Oh, it's terrible. It was like
my favorite part.
It's like watching Shayna Baszler walk down to the ring.
I was about to say some other favorite part where you're like, what's she doing her Vince McMahon walk?
Yeah.
I think she was limping.
Shayna Baszler.
I think she hurt herself because you kind of tell she was kind of limping. She was trying to play it off like she was power walking. I think she hurt herself.
I don't know because she was doing like this, like down to the ring. Yeah. Board still watching?
Yeah, he's watching with you now, and it's that time.
It's that time.
Yeah, it's that time.
So, folks, we're calling it a night. We are so thankful that everybody came and joined us. We missed you. We will be back.
Don't drink that coffee beer.
This beer, the Yingling
Don't do
Hershey Porter, is delish. Don't do it. Delish. So good. So good. Tino,
Go.
you know what time it is. You get to oh wait, I took it off. You get to go ahead and tell everybody.
You can follow us. You can follow him on Twitter at Podcheck. Instagram is Rob Podcheck.
YouTube. You can subscribe.
Is Rob Podcheck as well,
Rob
right?
Podcheck, yeah. That's what you're watching on.
Yes, sir. You can follow me on Twitter. I am at HootieFan91 on Instagram. Excuse me. I am SC Tino.
The show has a TikTok.
Yeah, we do have a TikTok. We we were not really drunk. We were at the bar. So yeah, follow us. Look for us on TikTok at the Potsy and Tino show. We are on TikTok. I will start making. Matter of fact, we got to start doing some more TikToks now.
We got to do a TikTok.
We got to do a TikTok.
We'll do a TikTok tonight before he leaves.
Okay. And as always, we want to say thank you to Adam's House Cat for our theme song, which is a wrestling song. You can buy that on iTunes for 99 cents. And as always, in Charlotte.
Oh, I didn't even cue it up.
On the big heel.
On the
You
heel?
can hear on the big heel.
Is that Roman Reigns,
Charlotte,
the big heel?
If you will.
If you will, daddy.
You can hear Ric Flair, and he is saying, "Woo!"
Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks. Yeah.
Everybody wants to be the